Hello, good morning all. Today in this video we are going to discuss regarding how to add sequence number or line number for one-to-many fields in Odoo. So currently in the screen you are seeing Odoo version 15 community edition, where we are continuing our Odoo 15 development tutorial, and the same method can be used across all the Odoo versions like Odoo 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and in enterprise and community editions. So what we will be doing is that if I open any of the appointments from my database, and if I go to the pharmacy where we have a one-to-many field, and here you can see we have around 3 lines in this one-to-many field. So if I click on edit, I can add more lines by adding new products. So and I can say that, so currently we have 5 lines here, but there is some needs for the clients or customers to show the line number here. Like first line is storage box, second line is large disk, like 1 2 3, to understand the line number. So let's see how we can do that in Odoo. So if you need it in general for all the tree views in Odoo, that is all the tree view and all the one-to-many tree, there is some free modules in the Odoo App Store. You can just use that if you need it everywhere. But there might be some case where you need to do only for particular one-to-many field, then we cannot use those modules. So in this case, we will manually add a new field to the one-to-many model, and we will compute, or we will add the line number to it. So there is no default way. We have to just override the create and write method, and we have to set the line number from the code. So let's see how we can do that. So first of all, we will start with adding a new field to this model and to this view called serial number. So if I go to the PyCharm, here we have the Odoo 15 configured with PyCharm, and if I go to the custom add-ons, we have OM hospital module. So let me go to the appointment model. Inside appointment.py file, here is the main model, that is hospital.appointment. And what is the one-to-many field? Here we have one-to-many field, which using com model as appointment pharmacy line. So this is that model, one-to-many model. So what I'll do is that here I'll add one field. I'll name it as SLNO to serial number equal to fields dot. I'll put it as integer type, fields dot integer, and I'll give string as SNO to denote serial number, or you can give line number according to your need. So here I'll give SNO dot, that is serial number. So we have added a field to the model level. Now we have to copy these and add it to the view. So I'll copy the technical name SLNO, and if I go to the views folder, here I have appointment view.xml. So this is that form view, and here we have the one-to-many field, pharmacy line IDs, then tree. Before product ID field, I will add SLNO field. So let's restart the service. So I have restarted the service. Now I'll go to the UI and I'll upgrade OM hospital module, that is hospital management module. So you can see the module is getting upgraded. There is no errors. So if I come back to appointment, and if I try to create a new record, so I'll create patient, I'll select patient as OM, and if I go to the pharmacy, you can see the field has been successfully added. Currently you can see it's editable, but we have to keep it as a read only. So to make it as a read only, along with field, I will add read only equal to 1, because user doesn't want to put an input to this field, so we have to keep it read only. Then I will add a product. Next line, save. Currently you can see the values are coming as 0. Then what we have to do, we have to override the create and write method and assign value to this field. So if I go back to the corresponding model, so here we have the model. So I will override the create and write method of the main model, that is main model is hospital dot appointment. So hospital dot appointment, where it is, so here we have hospital dot appointment. where we defined this one to many field. So here we already have overwritten, or we have supered the create method for assigning the sequence for the record. So I'll use the same create method, or you can just add in your code. So what here I'll do, I'll just make some modification. I'll put this return or super to a variable called res and return res. So instead of returning directly, I put a variable then return. Now what I have to do here, I'll add a couple of lines of code for line in res dot one to many field, res dot pharmacy line IDs, line dot SLNO, that is serial number field, equal to SLNO. And what I'll do, I'll initialize it as 0, and in each for loop I will increment its value, and let's see what happens. So here inside the create method I have added a 4 lines of code. So in your case you don't have the create method, so just override or super inherit the create method and add this line. Now let's restart and let's see what happens. So as I have added read only equal to 1, we have to upgrade the module so that only XML change will reflect in the database. So from here I'll upgrade OM hospital module. So you can see the module has been upgraded. Now if I come to the appointments, here we have OP0076 which we have created before. Now I'll create a new appointment for the patient, pineapple. So the patient is selected. I'll select doctor also, pharmacy, and you can see this is a read only now, and I'll add a 5 products. So one, second product, third, four, and fifth line. 5 line I have added to the list, and if I click on save, you can see the serial number has been generated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then if I add one more product, click on save, it become 0 because currently the creation is not happening, the write is happening. That is, we are editing an existing record, so the create method will not get work. So we have to override the write method and do the same. So if by creating a new product or new patient, sorry, new appointment, this will work because we have added the code inside the create method. So right now it works 1, 2, but on editing it will not work as we haven't added the same logic inside the right method. So let's super the right method and add the same code. So let me take a sample from Odoo, diff right, and copy a sample from here, and let me put it here and do super of class name dot write, and we can add the same code here in the write method also. I'll put the same code. So let's do one thing. So let's restart. So I have overridden or supered inherited the right method, then added the same logic to assign serial number for the one to many lines. So I have already started the service, and now let's try to add one more line to this pharmacy lines. Add a line, I'll add this, and if I save, we are getting an error, pharmacy line IDs res dot. So instead of res, here we have to use self dot. So let's see what happens. Save. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if I delete the deposit first line from here, and if I save, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if I delete 2, 3 and save 1, 2, 3, and if I add a new product, this will be 3 and this will be 4 on saving. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what we have done is we have just added a new field to the one-to-many model SLNO, and we have added the same field to that one-to-many tree view and set read only equal to 1 because we don't need user to input some values there. Then overriding the create and write method by inheriting the create and write method, we have set the sequence number or line number. So here we have, you can see here also, here we have written a code and we have written the same here. So what we can do is that we can just create a function diff but set serial number or set serial number or set line number. We can give the name as follows: set line number, and let's copy these codes. Line number self dot, I'll put it here, and let's see. So we are generalizing the code. I think this will throw an error. Let's see how it works. So we will go to the UI and let's delete one product. Let me delete first 1 2, and let me try to create a new one. Yep, we have error here on. And it works. So what we have done is, instead of rewriting the codes here inside the create and write method, we have generally created a function called set line number. And what this function do is that it will initialize a variable called SLNO, and we will set the initial value as 0, then self dot the one-to-many field name. We will iterate the one-to-many field over a for loop, and in each iteration we will increment this value. So this is equal to SL number equal to SLNO plus 1. So we will simplify this expression as plus equal to. So in each iteration, we will increment its value and we will set to line, that is first line dot serial number equal to this value, and we will iterate complete once the for loop is completed. So this is how we can set the line number for a one-to-many field in Odoo. So I hope you understood this video. If you have any doubts, feedbacks or suggestions, don't hesitate to share with us over the email, that is odoomates@gmail.com, and feel free to connect us in social medias like LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and please follow us in GitHub also. And recently we have started a membership in the channel, and if you can join that, it will be a great helpful for us to generate the revenue. And if you like, you can sponsor us in GitHub also. So that's it. Thank you. Have a nice day.